Most men react to what they do not understand. Few men take the time to actually understand before they react. This single difference decides whether a man builds calm, lasting relationships or spends his life confused, defensive, and constantly caught off guard. This video is not a list of universal rules about all women, because no such list could ever exist. Every person is shaped by their own experiences, their own wounds, and their own way of seeing the world. What this video actually offers is something more useful: 10 common relational patterns worth understanding with maturity, so that instead of reacting with confusion, insecurity, or defensiveness, you respond the way the Stoics taught, with calm awareness and self-control. You have probably felt this before. A moment of miscommunication that spiraled into something bigger than it needed to be, simply because you reacted before you understood what was actually happening beneath the surface. Most men respond to this confusion in one of two ways. They either give up trying to understand people at all, assuming relationships are simply unpredictable and impossible to navigate well, or they try to manipulate outcomes instead of genuinely understanding the people in front of them. Both paths lead to the same shallow, unstable place. The Stoics believed deeply in understanding human nature before reacting to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote constantly about observing people clearly, without excessive judgment, and without naive blindness either. This same principle applies directly to how you show up in your closest relationships. Understanding is not manipulation. Understanding is respect, applied with patience and intention. And it starts with recognizing patterns, not as fixed rules, but as common human tendencies worth approaching with maturity instead of confusion. Let's walk through 10 of these patterns, one at a time. Not as tools to predict or control anyone, but as insight that will make you a calmer, wiser, more emotionally grounded man in every relationship you build. The first pattern worth understanding is that emotional reactions often point to something deeper than the moment itself. When someone reacts strongly to something that seems small on the surface, it is rarely only about that specific moment. It is usually connected to a need, a past experience, or a feeling that has been building quietly for a while. Instead of dismissing a strong reaction as simply overreacting, get curious about what might be underneath it. This curiosity, rather than defensiveness, separates emotionally mature men from men who only ever respond to the reaction itself, never to its actual source. The second pattern worth understanding is that consistency builds trust far more effectively than intensity. Grand gestures at the beginning of a relationship, followed by fading effort once comfort sets in, create confusion and insecurity. Not because the other person is difficult, but because trust is built through predictable patterns over time, not through occasional dramatic effort. The Stoics valued steady character above impressive but inconsistent behavior. Apply this directly to how you show up for the people you care about. Consistency, practiced daily, is what actually builds lasting trust. The third pattern worth understanding is that feeling heard often matters more than being handed a solution. When someone shares a difficulty with you, the instinct for many men is to immediately offer a fix. This instinct usually comes from good intention, but it often misses what the moment actually calls for: simply feeling understood before anything else. Learn to sit with someone's feelings fully before jumping towards solving them. This requires patience, a skill the Stoics practiced constantly, understanding that most conflict comes not from a lack of solutions, but from a lack of being truly listened to in the first place. The fourth pattern worth understanding is that trust is built slowly, but can be damaged quickly. A single moment of dishonesty or unreliability can undo months of consistent, trustworthy behavior. This is simply how trust functions for most people, and understanding it should not make you anxious or overly cautious. It should make you intentional, aware that every action either builds or slowly erodes the foundation underneath your relationships. The Stoics practiced constant self-examination for this exact reason, staying aware of their own conduct rather than assuming good character speaks for itself automatically, without ever needing to be demonstrated. The fifth pattern worth understanding is that respect is proven through consistent behavior, not simply claimed through words. Many men believe saying they respect someone is enough, without ever examining whether their daily actions actually reflect that respect. Do you listen fully without interrupting?
Do you follow through on what you say you will do? Do you speak about someone the same way, whether they are present or not?
The Stoics believed character was proven through consistent action, never through claims alone. The sixth pattern worth understanding is that insecurity disguised as confidence is usually noticeable, and it quietly damages trust over time. True calm confidence looks different from performed confidence. Performed confidence often shows up as excessive boasting, constant need for reassurance, or subtle jealousy hidden behind concern. Real Stoic confidence comes from internal stability, not external validation. Work on building this stability directly through discipline and self-respect, rather than trying to perform confidence you do not actually feel yet. The seventh pattern worth understanding is that emotional safety is built through predictable calm, especially during conflict. How you behave during disagreement often matters more than how you behave during easy, comfortable moments. Do you stay grounded during conflict, or do you become defensive, dismissive, or reactive? The Stoics trained themselves specifically for moments of difficulty, understanding that character is revealed under pressure, not during comfort. Practicing calm, steady communication during disagreement is one of the most valuable skills you can build in any relationship. The eighth pattern worth understanding is that most people value being understood over being agreed with. You do not need to agree with someone's perspective in every disagreement. You simply need to demonstrate that you have genuinely tried to understand where they are coming from before responding. This single shift, prioritizing understanding over winning an argument, changes the entire tone of how conflict gets resolved in any relationship you are part of. The ninth pattern worth understanding is that unresolved personal issues within yourself will eventually surface in how you treat the people closest to you, whether you intend it or not. If you carry unresolved insecurity, anger, or fear from your own life, it will eventually appear in your relationships, often directed at people who did nothing to deserve it. The Stoics practiced constant self-reflection specifically to prevent this, understanding that a man who has not done the work on himself will unconsciously project his own struggles onto the people around him. Doing your own internal work is not separate from building healthy relationships. It is the foundation underneath all of them. The 10th pattern worth understanding is that lasting connection is built more through emotional stability and self-respect than through anything external. Many men chase external validation, appearance, status, and impressive gestures, believing these are what create real, lasting connection. In truth, calm emotional stability, self-respect, and consistent character create far deeper, longer-lasting connection than any external factor ever could. This is the Stoic principle underneath everything else on this list. Build your internal character first, and the quality of your relationships will reflect that internal foundation naturally, without needing to be forced or performed. Understand something important as we bring these 10 patterns together. None of them are about predicting or controlling anyone else's behavior like a formula waiting to be solved. They are about becoming a more emotionally aware, more disciplined, more grounded man, someone capable of real understanding instead of confusion, real respect instead of performance, and real connection instead of guesswork. Every person you build a relationship with is their own individual, shaped by their own life, and no list of patterns will ever replace the effort of actually knowing someone directly, with patience and genuine attention. This work, like almost everything the Stoics taught, is quiet and internal. It is not about learning tricks to use on someone else. It is about becoming the kind of man whose calm, consistent, self-aware character naturally builds trust and connection wherever he goes. In every relationship, not only romantic ones. Picture the version of yourself who has actually internalized these 10 patterns. A man who listens fully instead of rushing to fix. A man who stays calm during conflict instead of becoming defensive. A man whose confidence comes from internal stability instead of constant reassurance. A man who has done the work on his own unresolved issues, so he does not unconsciously project them onto the people he cares about most. This man builds relationships that actually last, not because he learned to read people like a puzzle to be solved, but because he became someone worth trusting, worth listening to, and worth building real connection with. This transformation does not happen through watching a video once. It happens through daily practice, catching yourself in old patterns, choosing understanding over assumption, calm over reaction, self-awareness over projection, again and again, until this way of showing up becomes who you are, rather than something you have to consciously remember. Start today. Choose one of these 10 patterns, the one that challenges you the most, and practice it deliberately in your next real conversation. Not as a technique, as genuine character, built one honest interaction at a time. The strongest men are not the ones who learned to predict or control the people around them. They are the ones who became calm, disciplined, and self-aware enough that real understanding and real connection simply followed naturally, without ever needing to be forced. Become that man, starting now, one honest conversation at a time.